Because we are going to be talking more about stocks in the Gulf, and Emaar Group priced its initial public offering at 2.9 dirhams per share at the top of the range. So appetite still seems to be there for that sort of risk at the moment. On the investment picture in Dubai, let's go more in depth. We're joined from Abu Dhabi by Noor Al-Hamari, Chief Market Strategist at ADS Securities. And will give us a sense, we were just talking about the fact that at the moment, despite geopolitical risks, investor sentiment is still very much pro the Gulf. Today's initial share sale seems to speak volumes.
Yeah, well, that's right. But again, as we noted before and as we highlighted before, basically in this region or the Gulf regions, basically the key is basically the stability and the security. And the Gulf region, since the beginning of, you might say, the first Gulf War even, showed some kind of a clear safety, clear stability, security. So these are the things like right now everybody is looking at, that this region for the past, we can say like 10 to 15 years, there were no, the market is really, you can say that it's sensitive to all of these geopolitical tensions. However, these tensions or these, the effect on the markets is really just, it's just a matter of time, or it's very limited before the markets continues with its gains or continue with its real value, you might say. So it's, despite all these tensions, everybody knows in the region that this area or the Gulf region, UAE, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, it will continue to remain stable and will continue to, or they are still open to many investment opportunities.
I see. So when you're speaking to your clients, you still feel that money is going to be flowing through in the next few months, or do you think that at the moment, are you hearing from anyone, are you feeling from anyone that money is just starting to retract at all, or at the moment is it just slowing in terms of money coming inwards?
Well, definitely, there's a huge potential in this region, basically. But a few days ago, we had the first IPO, at least in Dubai, after the financial crisis, which is Marca. And now we have the IPO from Emaar. It is the first of a number of IPOs which are coming to the market. Its size makes it significant, and it has raised a lot of interest in the market as well. It has also raised one of the issues with the Middle East, which is the high level of passive investors or retail investors. When the Emaar IPO subscription date was announced, retail investors offload other equities to be able to invest in Emaar. So this also has led to a 2% market decline. The market needs more active institutional investors, which will stop this happening and also provide a high valuation. So basically, despite all these tensions, again, don't forget also that Saudi Arabia is opening the door for foreign investors in the next few months, or in 2015. So these kind of you might say regulation, or these kind of decisions will open, of course, the way for more opportunities. And don't forget of what's happening also in Europe right now, also attracting for more opportunities in the region.
Yeah, what sort of a breakdown are you seeing when it comes to these sort of initial share sales? Local money vis-a-vis more international money. Can you give us a sense of what sort of percentage is being picked up by international institutions, and where you see that progressing? Will it only escalate?
Well, right now we don't have like that much information about how much the percent, but basically the institutional sales was done by the first few hours of the IPO. So we're waiting right now in the next few days, like how the market will react to it. But again, there's a lot of inflows coming into Dubai and the region, as well as also the Middle East itself, despite all of the geopolitical tension. And don't forget also the financial crisis in the region, or at least in Dubai, showed somehow of a recovery, and Dubai is growing but it is only one part of the UAE and the GCC. There is a lot of liquidity in the region, and we are seeing a lot of positive moves across the market, with restrictions on the banks across Europe relating to Basel III. The region is looking to refinance through IPOs, bonds issuance, and even private placements. So this makes it also a very attractive market.
And how much do you think is the attraction because of the growth in Dubai and indeed the area, or is it for want of a different asset? You were talking there about the ECB, you're talking about international moves. We're seeing the potential for the United States start to increase interest rates. Do you think it's for the desire to get more diversification, looking for a new type of asset that they're coming to your region, or is it the fact that it's a strong story nevertheless for the region as a whole?
Well, it is for the region as a whole. Right now, everybody is looking like for the Fed or everybody is pricing and that the Federal Reserve will raise interest rates in 2015. And the question remains if whether they can at that time to raise interest rate or they might keep it for a considerable time, as they say. However, like again, if we just look at the work of the CMA in Saudi Arabia, for instance, they are looking to open again the country to foreign investors. This be a small step, but it is a very important. Saudi Arabia is one of the last closed markets and the second largest after China. When it opens up, it will be very interesting for many investors. Putting this into perspective, if it opens and in a couple of years, you might say, it can move into emerging market, the MSCI status, it will have the same market share as Russia. So basically, this is very kind of significant for the coming month or in the coming years for the region as well.
Noor Al-Hamari from ADS Securities in Abu Dhabi, thank you very much. Seemingly resolutely upbeat about the potential of the Middle East despite all these geopolitical risks.